Good morning, sir. Good morning, Bhaskar, sir.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, shall we start? Is there any time, sir?
Sir, you can start, sir. Over to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you can start, sir. Over to you.
Start now, sir. Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
yes.
Thank you so much. So, today we have to discuss complete Django project designing and development process. Yesterday and with 3 days onwards, we are taking session on different kind of application, different kind of content we are completed. Here, we have to know what is that the model view template. The model view template, we are complete one presentation layer now. This presentation layer already completely designed with HTML content. This HTML content using Django inside. Yesterday we had completed that one, and now today, how to design the project and how to what is the model and views. These contents we are discussing today, and the remaining part we are taking as a task part. We are giving to you and to take the exercise an afternoon session. So please concentrate here, sirs. Yes. Now, so yesterday we are discussing some topic in afternoon session, like model view template. The model is completely based on it's explain about database content. So models create tables, model create some commands, it execute the commands and run the commands in the application. So here, Django majorly how to interact with user. How to interact with user. Just I want to give the information about that. So the user interaction is taking place like this in Django. Because this is completely server-side application and interact with this compared to previous programming is very completely different framework we have to design today. Already the start date is day one are given this information. Now we have to discuss about this, how to add the templates and how it works, how to maintain these views and models, what is the main intention of the presentation, the templates. They're all we have to discuss today. So the user interaction is going like this. In Django framework, user here we consider as a views. And then here we consider as models. And now we are discussing about templates. Yes, this is the structure we have to take place into Django framework. So the user interact with the Django. The Django interact with take place as MVT. This MVT is called as three-tier architecture. This three-tier architecture gives the content to add the content and place the content inside the Django framework. Okay, so now here when we discuss about this one, so yesterday we have to discuss about this templates one. Discuss about these templates. So this templates completely structure on what you are using structure of HTML and HTML as well as inside the Django and JavaScript and Bootstrap, different mixed content used inside the HTML. This is not a normal HTML file. We are using templates at Django framework. So already we designed that yesterday, day before yesterday, we have designed some HTML pages and how to use that one how to learn today in Django framework. And here, let me discuss about here these models. These models playing major role the data storage part. It means what? It maintain completely database content. Database content, it create the databases and create tables, a different kind of backend process taken by models. This model using locations we have to discuss today also. So what is that? The models are completely it were taking as a database content. And one more, the major role playing by views. These views are very essential. These views maintain these two patterns like models and templates. These views are taking place as both models and templates merge into the views. How to run the views and how to manage the views inside the Django framework. So we are discussing about these views and models. What is this structure? Let me discuss how to design the framework. So just to move, I have to move in alternate drive like D drive. The D drive location, I have to take some location. Here, I want to create one empty folder. I want to create one empty folder. This empty folder I given as a class name. In this folder, nothing will be there. Before we design the Django framework, this is an empty folder completely. This empty folder create using some commands. That commands create a huge Django framework inside the empty folder. How it is going on? Let me see. Just I have to open command prompt here. The command prompt, when we are open the command prompt, that located at a C drive location, but we are created a project folder at a D drive alternate location. So we have to set into path in that D drive location first. Next, we have to take path into that particular folder location. So cd space, the command space like class I have to take here. So now we are into that path where we are created that folder in that particular alternate drive like D drive, this location. So now I want to create one Django framework now. How it is created here. It's completely different from previous programs, previous previous web-based technologies, previous web application development process. So in previous, everything has taken as a place into manual process. We are creating everything inside the project application, and we have to run the application in every time. But here it's completely different. Just we are using commands. The command create the huge Django frameworks inside the project folder. So how it is going on? Just we see today. So here, I want to create this one. Before going to this one, we want to check in our systems which software the softwares are properly installed or not. So then the time, just we are run the command prompt. First, we have to verify the Python installation or not in our system. Which version you had installed into the system. That one also we have to verify before going to design this Django framework. So I have to install 3.7.0. This is the version of Python, this Python software. So this Django framework is completely supporting with the Python programming language. So that's why we are installing the Python software, Python programming, Python software in must and should. So next, we have to verify the Django. Django is installed or not. That's also very essential part when we design the Django framework. So here, so I want to verify that the Django is installed or not in our system, and which version is available in our system. That is also important. So that's why I want to verify this one. So this is the command line Django import Django dot get underscore version. So this is the way to verify the Django framework installed or not in your system. So I have 2.1.7, the Django version is available. This is the compatible version for this Python software. So here, when we work with the Django framework, which version you have to develop, that is very essential. Why? Because when you install different versions and use low versions of Django, then the incompatibility created inside the system. So it's a very complexity. It's creating very complexity inside to run the application. So that's why we are using this one. This verification is must and should. Okay. Now, after complete this one, we have to move to create the Django framework. So let me move that location. Yes. So now I want to write that command. What is that command? The command is Django -admin start project. The project name is class. So I have given class only. So that's why I have to create that one inside the application. Just I have to write this command and run this command. Click on enter. So the process was completed. Just I had written this command. It creates a huge Django framework inside the folder. So before we are write the command, there is nothing will be there. But now when we write the command, the folder will create it inside the empty folder, the project empty folder. So now in this location, the manage file is available here. This manage file is very essential. This is take place to run the application to Django. Okay. Next, class. When we enter into that class folder, this automatically created these files. These files are very essential for Django framework. The command create this all files. So we couldn't create any manual process inside the Django framework. So here, each application have different intention. Each application have different intentions. We have to know that what is that actually. So for example, here init, this is empty application for giving support for this Django framework, and WSGI, web services graphical interfaces. This is also one supporting file. This file also just a supporting file. These two files we are taking as supporting files. Just I have to open this file. Just check it once. Nothing inside. Nothing will be there inside. The folder is complete. The application content is completely empty inside in it. So this is just for supporting file. But in your settings and URLs are very essential here. The settings are taking place into connect to the databases, like which database we are using, how to connect the servers inside the applications. These are all we have to maintain. Here, this application given information about which version you have to use the Django, the first one. So based on this, that's whatever the installed software that is supporting by this application, and it is import to OS, which location you have to run this application. That is Mac or Windows, whatever. That OS considering that's what is that? Operating system software. And next, we have to come into the part here, installation apps. This is very essential. Why? Because this is a main application to the Django framework. Then when we add the pages, every website have different pages like templates, right? So now when we are add the pages, that pages added its locations. Why? Because this is taking place, taking navigation from this location to different pages. So that's why it's maintain main role this installed apps location. And then these are the security reasons we are using. Why? Because Django framework is very high securable web-based application, web-based framework platform. So that's why this completely provide inside only that whatever the authentications and security issues and whatever the middleware content, everything the security maintained by this middleware content that is given by framework only. It's not taken any manual process inside. So next we have to come into the part templates, the background templates, which type of templates we are using background. Those templates are accessible at this location. That's why we are using this one also, the templates part in setting location in main application of Django. Next, we have to come into the part WHA application. So whatever the frame completely given init and init WHA application, the supporting files. The supporting files also measured over there in this location. So now we have to come the major part. This is the database location. So when we create the Django framework, the database are the own database created inside the Django framework. The SQLite 3, it is we are not using any local servers inside. Just it's create automatically database content inside. So this is the database content stored at application location only, not in database location. So this is one of the process in one of the advanced process and advantage process we are using inside the Django framework. So here, when we come to the point, this Django framework, when we connect to the databases, local server databases, the structure is different. We have to discuss later. Now we have to understand what is the content inside this main application, the settings applications, what it maintained. Just we have to see that's it. It's enough for the explanation part. So now, coming to the next point, next part, next application. So it's URLs. URLs playing major role in Django framework. Why? Because it's completely based on URL based content inside the application. So when we run the application, when we are going to take different applications, we have to visualize. That purpose we are using this URL content. This is also one of the most important content. So this very essential. We have to give the importance for this application, URL application. So now when we coming into the part, so where this manage file is giving application running part. So how it going to run? Just we have to check it out. I have to take command line address bar from here. I have to take Python manage.py, so run server. This is the command line to execute the application. So when we run the application, it create one localhost ID. This is a localhost URL. This URL take place into browser. When we move to the browser, then that time this browser is we take a new browser and paste that URL and click on enter. Just a minute. Already one application is going to run here. This is class. Yes. So that's why when the servers are running, it's not working. So we have to check it once very carefully. Then only it's going to run properly. So this is the way to create the Django framework. This is running location at browser location. So when we run that, when we create that particular main application, we have to take running at this place. This is the framework location. We have to see in the monitor. So now, when coming into the part, class location. So here the DB was created. This DB is empty DB. That empty DB creates MySQLite. That MySQLite insert into the location. So here now I want to add one page. So in that page, the views are available. The views is going to take place to add this both model and templates. So and the views location is created. We are add the templates at that location only. So now how it create that a new page. Just to have to move over there. So now I had to create a class for Django framework. Now I want to add one page for that particular class project. So I have to take that command line here. Before going to command line, we have to set into the path that particular main application what we had created in Django framework. So cd space. The class is the main application. So I have to set into that class one. So now it means what when the path is set into like this. The path is set into like this. So this is the class one. The class is already there. And next, in that class, I want to create one. What is that? The page. Adding another page. The page for main application. So the page added at this location. Now there is no added any application here. When we write a command, so the page was going to add at this location. So now Django -admin. Here we use as start app. So that one as I want giving as students. So the page name was I have to get declared as a students. So now I click on enter. So the command was executed. Now we have to move that location and check that one. So the students are available at this location now. So this is the page we are at. Here we are creating templates. We are using migrations, and we are using different kind of media content. What we required for designing part. These are all the content we have to keep at this location. So here also, the command creates what. Here also same. Init is a supporting file. The admin file. When we are using administrative admin type of applications, then that time we use this. Admin file for example. So user when we are creating one website, this website contains two roles, right? So what is that roles? One is admin role, another one is user role. So the views are maintain user role, and what about admin part is taking as a user admin role. So these two categories we are added this same single location. So same location means that app location, students app locations. So that purpose we are using this admin part. And apps are giving information about forms, different forms we are using, which one we are taking as a app, that is student app or whatever the created apps. That apps are configured at this location. And next we have to come to the models. These models are taking place into the database content. So here already we designed that second day one. The models are designed. Model place we have to design here. So this model gives what is that the command lines. Suppose that we are create one website. In that website there is a registration page as well as login page. So that purpose that registration and login commands we have to execute purpose we are using these models. So this is completely related to database related page. This the database content gives that database content add to the main database server. The server content add at this location, like we have to insert the values and the command which type of conditions we have to use over there, like constraints like what is that, primary key, foreign key, different kind of keys we are present at this location. So use the commands are representing purpose we are using at this location. The models playing a very crucial role in this location. Why? Because when we run the application process is going to navigate. That purpose we are using this models content. The text is going to different way. The text is creating the text we are test cases. What are the test cases we have to apply inside the application? The type of test cases we have to test at this location. It's a rarely. This is also now we are considered as a supporting file. But these are all not required. Only we have to require little bit applications only. We have take the code written part. So that's why we are discussing that. That's enough. Next, we are coming to the main point. The weaves. The weaves are very very essential for this Django framework. Why? Because we are discussing already. Discussed already what is about that views content here. So the views are maintained these models and templates. Sorry. So these views maintain database content as well as template content. Here we have to understand one thing here. What is that? The models, what are the models we are using inside the database content? The database content connect with to the templates first, and the templates connect with to the views next. So this is the procedure we have to verify here. So when we discussing 3D architecture here, the views representing as a business logic layer, and models represent as a database layer, and templates represent as a presentation layer. So this is the 3D architecture we have to represent, and we have to design the Django framework inside the application. Now, when coming to the part, what is the views? Here we have to take the main code part. We have to write here. So just I want to introduce a small code how to run, and then we have to move the project. It's better. I think already yesterday we had created some pages. We add the pages at this location. We add some what is that templates part. So I have to create one new folder for called as templates. Templates. Okay, so I have to introduce that whatever the content, the template content I want to give here, and here I want to take place as a templates. The templates part keep at this location. Already we have designed that one the login registration page and home page and courses and whatever the different pages. How to add these pages in this location? These pages are as yesterday we designed, they are discussed and designed in that session. So now we have to discuss about that, how to use that content only. Okay. Now and one more thing here, I want to add some static part. Static part means here some images we are adding to the part, which type of images we are using, and what that image also we are using at this location. So that is called as some static part. The static part also I have to add at this location. So now I have to write that code. So this is just a simple part. Just first of all, I have to run a small content how to display the browser on the browser in this Django framework. So when you understand that one, then you get the insertion part inside the Django, how to add the templates and run the templates. These are all things you know well. So now I have to come into the part. So the basically we have to understand this Django framework. Here we have to work on three major applications inside the Django framework. Suppose that the main application have settings. The settings is playing major role. Settings is playing major role, as well as, and in that main application we are using URLs also. URLs also playing major role. And finally, we have to come into the part the views. So these three locations are very essential to run the design and run the Django framework. So for example, here we have to come into the part. So now I want to write that command here from, why? Because the views are completely related to server side application completely. So then the time we are using that server side application, we are taking as a hypertext transfer protocol response here. So that's why I call as Django dot http and then import here Python. This is completely belongs to the Python related code. So Python is completely case sensitive. We have to understand that one also. So why? Because when we are using the characters properly, we are using side which one is required inside the application. So that's why here I want to introduce that one. What is that? HTTP, H capital, and response R capital. We are used at this location. So now coming to the part. So when we add the content like template, how to retrieve the templates and how to display the templates. So how to run that one? Here we are taking as a definition. We are taking as a method definition. So here we are add one some students like student part in class. Suppose which section CSC for example. Here I have to add C capital CSC and I'll close this one as a request. Why? Because I given a request at this location. The server-side applications respond to the request always. So that's why we are using request at this location. So this, what is the interaction? This server-side application servers are maintained clients. Common procedure. Servers are maintained clients, and the clients are taking place request to the servers. This is the procedure given inside the server-side applications or network applications. So here when the client send the request to the server is give the response to the client. That process we have to implement inside the Django framework applications. So now I have to come into the part. I have to display that content. Which type of content you have to display? So just I want to know for the starting part. Just I want to display one message or whatever the content I want to display here. Why? Because just understanding purpose, and then we have to move that template part location. Okay. Now, just a minute. So here I want to take that one. What is that? Return capital H TTP and R is capital here. Response of. I want to display the message. This is some CSC branch location or CSC section. I want to display this content at browser location. So just to understand this one, so then you how could this make this complete programming part. You understand and you add that content and run the content. You clearly understand about this. So I had cleared this information. Just I want to display this information at browser. That purpose we are using this one at views location. So I want to take save at this part, and then you have to move setting location. The settings are different. Settings are different locations. So views are different location. Both are different pages we are using inside. Just to understand before going to apply the run the application. So here, now I want to take here, what is the page where add this location. The student space add that location, students. So now I want to close this one and take the uh, comma at this part. So now I'm whatever the student app, I have to add main application at this location. So now I have to take the save and move next line. Now we have to move URLs. The URLs plays major role to add that particular templates or template part or particular message message part at this location. So we have to create that URL. That based on that URL, that application will run in the browser. So before going to that, we have to import that one. Here we are write one simple command. What is that? From views. We are away from what is that particular app from students. The students is the app from students import from import where we are taking as an import views. So views are different pages, and the settings URLs are different pages. That's why we are taking navigation, or we are taking as a matching in both applications at this part using this just a small other line, small content. We are using that one. Now we are add that particular views part at this location. So now we have to come into the part. We are taking this path location. We have to take the copy and paste at this location. Now I want to add which one you are taking as a views that part views location. So here I want to add add CSC. Suppose CSC. Add that content at request location. Now where you are taking from that particular function, we have to apply here that URL. So here we are taking from views dot that views we are playing major already. We discussed about this, but here the views set given what is that particular URL you have to place at this location. So add here C capital SE. This is a case sensitive part. You have to observe here compulsory. So this is the content you have to add this location now, and I have to save this location. And the three parts are we are using the application locations in Django framework. These three applications are playing major role to run the application and create the application. Suppose that the views are maintained, the complete views business logic part, and settings are playing what is that the database layer, database or whatever the our apps added content location. So this is called as a presentation, or not presentation. What is the model content? So the URLs placed as a URL templates part, that is a presentation layer. So these three are very essential to run the Django framework applications. Now we have to move and run the application. Is it taking place properly or not? So now I want to go to main folder. This is the main folder. So I have to enter into the manage.py and manage Python file location. So now I want to go to address bar location and take command line from here. So now the run the command. What is the run command here? The run command Python manage.py run server. This is the command. This command create one localhost URL like this. So there is no errors. Then it will create it will generate automatically. Otherwise, it will create a lot of complexity inside. It's not an easy task to develop the Django framework. Django framework, when you understand properly, then only you run the application properly. So I want to copy this URL and go to the browser. The browser part, I have to take place at this location. So I have to click on when we give that URL content here, so which content you are given that template part, that URL part, you have to mention out there here. So that URL add CSC. Okay. So when I give this that particular template URL content, then only that is going to run here. Otherwise, when we are not add this content, at this location, it's not run. It's taking as an error. So that's why we are compulsory mention that URL, what you had created that URL, content, you are compulsory. You have to mention at this location, and then you display that content. So this is the way to create that particular. We are run the Django framework. This is for a basic example to use how to run the application and how to create the Django framework and the different content we have use at this location. Okay, so this is the way to design the Django framework. So yesterday we had done template part, how to create the HTML pages and all those things. Today, how to add that pages and how to run that pages in the main application. So just to have to take place today. So just focus on here that information about that information. So now I want to close this one. So when coming to the part, so the templates part, I have to add at this location of how to take place at views. Okay, so in this views content, I have to take just a general purpose. I have taken this one. Now I want to introduce that particular, how to add that particular templates, how to access. These are this information we have to write here. Just see. So now I have to take place from Django dot shortcuts, Django dot shortcuts, and then import. So everything we have to import at this location. Why? Because Python is completely pre-loaded content, pre-loaded programming language. That's why. So everything is available inside. Just what you require. Just you have to import that content and use that content and take performance in going inside. So now we are taking as a render. The shortcuts are already there. We're not taking as a required again. Already the shortcuts given at this location. Here we are taking directly this HTTP response. We are taking at this location is enough. Comma. We are taking that HTTP response. Not required for now at this moment. Just we have to move one by one. So now, so the forms, which forms you have to introduce over there, which forms you have to take place inside the application. So I want to take place some student forms like student login form, student form, and student login form. So I take that one. So from dot forms import. So I created that name as student std student form. One is and another one is std login student login form. So I take as a login form. So just I want to call that what is the required part inside the application. So now in the coming into the part, we are creating this one just for example. Now the coming into the part, I have to create that one as student home, first one, student underscores we're taking as a home. This is the pattern we are using on an issue. Just same the return here. We enter into the HTTP response at this render location. Render means the access complete part which you required inside the application. So just in that location, use that word render. So that render will take the place to take the return request, which one you have to display into the browser location or in your application location. So now I want to take place here. So I want to delete complete content here. No need to take this one here. I want to request comma. So take a single quotation. So students is the page name, and the template name also we are given directly in students slash, what is that page name? The page name is home.html, home.html, and close the single quotations. And now we have to come into the next template. This is the way to call the templates from template location. So now I have to take another one. Def is a function. I have to request to student registration. Student registration. And I take as a request here. The column, can enter. So here I want to take one small content std equals to std form. The what is the form you have to create it. That form I have to call here std form. The form we have to indicate inside like this. So now we have to return that one. Return render of save the request we have to apply here. The request comma. Take single quotations, and where we are taking that one taking as from students, right? Because I'll call you back in class. Same as students slash. Here we have to call that page a template page. What is that? A registration page dot html. So close the single quotation and close the parenthesis. So before close the parenthesis, we are adding some Django content inside here. So the Django content start from curly braces. The curly braces here, the form single quotations we have to maintain here, compulsory inside. So the form colon we are creating at std. Already we are called as student form. That's why that this is a Django part we have to insert inside std. Why? Because already we are giving this content we called as at this location. The form content we have to call at this location, and we close that curly brace. This is the particular way to call that particular registration page. This is the added page. That's why added form. The main page is home page. That is common thing. Thus we are required request for that one. Now we have to run this one. In purpose, we are adding one more page. Any pages we have to add, we have to go through like this only. That's why we are taking place to the part to the development part. Now I want to take another page, def student login page. So the student underscore login. Student login page. Take a request here, request, and take colon, and then here also we have to add that page page content std underscore log. Why? Because we are taking one by one page. We are pages we are add inside. Number of templates we have to add inside. That's why we are using this one. Std equals to not STD, what is that? The login file. That's why log equals to we are taking place student login form. Std login form is indication for that particular page. Here also we have mentioned this one content of the form which we are using here inside. So now we have to return that one. We have to display purpose return render of request. We have to take place here. Request comma. We are taking single quotation where we are taking the request students slash we are taking as a login.html page. Login.html page and close the colon single quotations and take comma. We are taking that we are add that Django content as well. We have to move forward and here take curly braces and single quotation from and close the single quotation, the colon here and std like what we called out there std std log underscore log. So close the curly braces and close the parentheses. So this is the second page we have to add into the application. Now we have to add some courses inside. Suppose you add another page. So I have to enter so def student student course student underscore some same as for the request. Why? Because this is a client side of client side page. That's why we are using this one. Now we are not taking any part of this place, or you take place in place, not an issue. Std course, std cour we can mention, not an issue. So std underscore cour course content taking place here and std post form have to mention this location. So now we have to return that one, return render, and take place into this one and take a request take place. Same way we are using as a students class, students slash, and we are using that course dot login page HTML. Courses, we are using course or courses here. And issue courses is there, that's why we have to use the courses only here dot HTML. Because here we are entering to the part. So in the templates location students, here the courses is there. Courses, that's why we are taking place into the courses.html, and same part we're taking place. Close the quotations and take comma and open parentheses and form. Take single quotations, start and ending point, and then we are taking as a colon here. Now we are taking that part std core, std underscore core, COUR. So close the parameter and parenthesis. Now, so this is the pages I want to access from this location. So here, when we check it, this location, there is no admin part also. Okay, so that's why we are creating this much of content. You have to verify inside. So now I want to save this content, and then I have to move settings location. The settings location placed as a different role. So whatever the pages we are added, so here after complete this one, we have to move somewhere like URLs part. So the URLs is take place at main application. In settings location already we are taking place. But settings, where is the settings? In settings we are taking students. The name as students we are mentioned out there. Don't no need to change that one. This is student space students. Okay. Next, when you come into the part, so after come the part was completed in this location, not an issue. So now I have to enter into the URL part. That URL part we are taking major role in this location. In this location, the URL part enter as the maintain URLs. Which type, what are the templates we access from views? That views are maintained at this location. So that's why we have to use this one compulsory. So here, when coming to the part, the company import the common part and the design URLs import part. Here we no need to take this one at this location. So just we add the path. Just we add the path. Whatever we called as we are using render. That's why the render part we are using over there. That's why we are using just include. The include is the word we are using for that. This is access for complete part from the views. So now when we come into the patterns, here we are add that content uh, so when we are taking place include, just we are taking place include, and the part was include. Here we are taking completely remove this complete content, and now we take place here take place as a comma is better, because we are mentioning to that particular part into the location. So here take double quotations. We are taking to the part where the URLs we are accessed from. So we are accessed from students. The students is the part dot URLs. So this is the content we have to use at this location. And this enough part. So the taking place in double quotations is better, right? Then it's going to complete properly. Write this one here. We have to close that double quotations. Then it's going to take complete part. Now, so this include part include the all what we have created in views content that views all pages. We are accessing to the part. So now, when we come into the major part, so models. The models are there. In this models, we are using some uh, different content like models here. In this location, we have to write some content about that login and registration pages. Then it is going to take place to work at this location. So these models are playing main role to run the commands. What is the commands? SQL commands, different types of commands. So let me discuss about this matter. We have to discuss model content and MySQL content. Then the time we have to discuss about this. So before going to that, we are taking place that application was taking is going to run or not, and then
That's it. You're free now.
so here in views we have to missing one content. So when we go to views, so here I want to take one request content too, because these are the admin pages. So these pages are we are considered as a other function like def function using uh, take place admin underscore page of request for this one, and now I want to return that one directly. So the return page, the return here use that HTTP response or capital HTTP is response HTTP response of taking place admin pages space pages this and close the parentheses. Now I want to run this application. It's a completely big task to run this one because when we run, then only we can understand this one. So before going to this one, I have to take place command, take command here. So it's just this is where I'm using not the say, SQL server. Yeah, I'm using SQLite 3. So Django server only inside inbuilt server I am using here. That's why I want to take make migrations here. Make migrations. When we're using make migration, the student forms, no what will name students forms there. So we have to errors the make migrations take place and error part where it is available. Student form, where it is student forms, login form, student form, URL. So control S here, including part. So we didn't write the command, that's why we are not taking that place. So just I want to run this application and I'll take place into the action. Just I want to run this one. And what's happened, I have to check it here. Python manage.py run server, click on enter. So there is a number of URL students. The students include students.url. So here in students, the template part take as students only. So the students are indicating yes. So this is taking part to run the application. Then will syntax students.urls. So
Not this one.
just a minute, I want to check it here. Yes, I want to take the running part CMD. So here, Python manage.py. It's taking as a make migrations. Yes, it's taking place and log into the migrations. Now, we are taking it to the part same as a migrate. Yes, it's completely taking place. Now I want to run this one. Right now, run server. Why? Because the server-side application. That's why. So now I get the class one. This is URL I want to take here, and here I want to run at this one into the browser. Now I given as a home or whole content for this. Just click on enter. Yes, this is the way to design this application to navigate the templates and run the application. So this is a registration page. So we are taking the registration part at this location, and this is login page, and finally we are taking as the courses page. This is the course CSC, different kind of template part I have to use over there. So this is the way to run the application properly using this views and settings, use URLs and views. So the settings, URLs and views are create this much of information. So this is the content we are taking place. So anyone want to take this one as a content inside your location, take this part, and we have to continue next going to the database content, how to add the database and how to run it once. Okay.
One thing, anyhow, we will do it. If worst case also,
Yes, Mrutyunjay sir.
okay. If you don't
Mrutyunjay
see
sir,
any pattern,
is there or not? So anyone is there? So,
if you go and stand first, now they will give you.
Yes, sir. Please tell me, sir.
so Vijay Babu sir,
Sir, tell me, sir.
actually take this content by yourself, and I'll take a few minutes for break. Take
Okay.
lunch, take break first now. So that's why I want to take some a few 5 to 10 minutes break. So you take
Okay.
this one, this content. What is the content? Just observe what is the content we have written out there. Okay. So
6248.
Dear participants, please take a 5 minutes break. Then again we will start.
Before
Thank you.
now only not. I will tell you what to say. You call her. Madam, sir said English. You are the English faculty for audit course. If you can able to conduct exam, you can come. She is having moderation duty. You don't say you are having so and all. You just confirm from her. If she says okay, means madam means just send the question paper ma'am. Yes, sir, inform me to conduct. It's like 100 marks. 100 marks, 50 marks. You guys wrote that one? That only you asked her only. How many marks will you? You can call and ask her. Update me what she said. Now you can call. You can call now if you want to. Why? Because that is compulsory. Sir, हाँ सर बोलिए. सर बोलिए. Okay.
Like we are having for FX students the audit course exam. It will be on 22nd. 22nd now. No sir, no ma'am, just no sir, confirm me that it will be on 22nd. Ma'am, oh, ma'am, it's on 23rd only. Ma'am, no, ma'am. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Like, same she said, so like she has moderated. She told that she prepared that. She told that yesterday she prepared some paper and she said if that is okay, she told that she'll forward it.
You tell to send you only. Whatever she prepared, na, tell her to send you only. Because I'm not having that one. Whether it is okay. 100 must come from her.
100.
Then I will intimate in group. Reptech group. You are having two things. On 22nd lab internal.
22nd lab interview.
22nd lab internal. When you are having duty, na, that day lab internal.
Lab interview. On 24th external.
21st lab internal.
21st.
22nd Swati, she will manage. Sure. Swati having invitation? No. Anyhow, 21st you go for this, you conduct this.
21 will be internal.
Lab internal you conduct.
23rd will be English section. 24th will be external.
24th will be Saturday will be external. Saturday will be external. This you conduct. Even though you are having 22nd duty, na, you tell me that. I will intimate them. You do whatever your other work. I will say to Swati to conduct. But external
24th.
24th morning. This is morning. Morning and there in external sheet they will give one sheet blue color, you know.
Yes, sir.
There you need to write your name. Internal that time I will be there. Why? Because on 24th we are having department event. The tech spark we have did last year, same like that. Even you are one of the coordinator for event. If in case if you are not there, na, you say to any lab programmer should be there. Just MTech में only 11 members could be. Clear? You should not forget again. No? Okay. The battery is only. What working hours? Take care, ma'am. You just send that question with the quiz. You send her copy also. No? But she thought right. You send to her also. Calling she will keep on calling. That will be there. You want to see that? I will tell her to connect to her. No, no. If you are asking number, no, you got number, right? Save it and talk. If you are asking, you ask them, right, already. So, it's not like you ask her and ask them before. I didn't get any paper. That she will update you. Hmm? ठीक. अरे यार ब्रेक बोल के किधर गया सर ये आधा घंटा हो गया नहीं तो लंच होने के बाद स्टार्ट करेंगे क्यों पूछो कॉल हो गया इसलिए 1 o'clock नहीं तो मीटिंग एंड करेंगे हाँ वो लाइव है ऐसा ही इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ एक बार कॉल करके पूरा लंच 1 o'clock को स्टार्ट करेंगे बोले तो Hello, Vijay Babu sir.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are audible.
Sir is having some technical error. We will continue after, sir.
Hello.
Sir, we will continue after, sir.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay. Dear participants, will resume the FDP after lunch time at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we will join at 1 o'clock. Thank you.